Welcome to a story of betrayal, patience, and ultimate revenge. This is the Count of Monte Cristo.
I am Edmond Dantes, a 19-year-old sailor from Marseille. My only dream was to become the captain of the ship, the Pharaon. I was about to marry my fiancée, Mercedes, and I lived to take care of my old, beloved father. I was simple and trusting. I believed everyone, never imagining that envy could destroy a man's life. I entered the prison as an uneducated sailor, but thanks to Abbé Faria, I learned languages, science, and history. The prison walls confined but Faria opened my mind. When Faria revealed the conspiracy against me by Danglars and Fernand, my sorrow turned into revenge. I no longer sought freedom to live. I sought it to punish. The innocent Edmond died in that dark cell. I emerged not as a sailor, but as the Count of Monte Cristo. A man with a treasure, a brilliant mind, and a heart of stone.
I am Abbé Faria. I had been a priest and was imprisoned for political reasons. I had served princes, kings, and ministers, but my intelligence made me dangerous to powerful enemies. I spent years in darkness, but I used my mind to stay alive. When I met Edmond, I saw a young man broken by despair. I decided to give him more than just companionship. I gave him an education, taught him languages, history, mathematics, and the ways of the world. I turned a simple sailor into a cultured man. Using my logical mind, I helped Edmond piece together the puzzle of his past. I showed him that his friends were actually his betrayers. I gave his anger a direction. Before my death, I gave Edmond my most dangerous and powerful secret: the location of the Spada family treasure on the island of Monte Cristo. I didn't just give him gold. I gave him the power to seek justice.
I am Edmond's father, an old man who lived for only one thing: my son's happiness. My world was a sea that brought my son back to me. When they took Edmond away on his wedding day, my soul died. I waited and waited, but the door never opened. I died not from old age, but from a broken heart and starvation. I represent the innocent victims of the villain's greed. My death transformed Edmond's anger into a holy mission for justice.
I am Monsieur Morel, the owner of the shipping company in Marseille. I wasn't just Edmond's boss. I was his friend. I saw in him a talented, honest young man who deserved to be a captain. When Edmond was arrested, I didn't turn my back on him. I went to Villefort and risked my reputation to prove Edmond's innocence, even when everyone was afraid to help a Bonapartist spy. I stayed loyal to the truth. Years passed, and my luck changed. My ship sank, and my business was collapsing. I was about to lose everything, including my honor. Suddenly, a miracle happened. A mysterious benefactor saved my family and my business. I didn't know then that it was Edmond returning the favor. My kindness to him years ago saved my life today.
I am Mercedes. When Edmond was arrested on our wedding day, my world collapsed. I begged for mercy, but no one listened for years. I lived in grief, believing that the man I loved had died in the darkness of a cell. I was alone and hopeless. Fernand was always there, supporting me and my family. Eventually, I married him. I didn't marry for love, but for protection and survival. I became the Countess de Morcerf, but my soul remained in Marseille. When the Count of Monte Cristo appeared in Paris, everyone saw a stranger, but my heart recognized Edmond immediately. I am the only one who knows the truth behind his mask. Now, my only goal is to protect my son, Albert, from the fire of Edmond's revenge!
I am Danglars, the purser of the ship. The Pharaon I was driven by ambition and envy. I couldn't stand seeing a young boy like Edmund become my captain. I was the one who came up with the idea. I wrote the unsigned letter that accused Edmund of being a traitor. I killed his future with a pen and a lie. While Edmund was suffering, I was making a fortune. I moved to Paris and became a wealthy banker and a baron. I thought my wealth would protect me from my past sins. I never felt sorry for what I did. To me, Edmund was just an obstacle in my way to success. But I forgot one thing. A man with nothing to lose is the most dangerous enemy.
I am Fernand Mondego. I loved Mercedes with a passion that blinded me. My only obstacle was a young, lucky sailor, Edmond Dantes. I didn't plan to be a criminal, but my jealousy was stronger than my conscience. When Danglars wrote that nameless letter accusing Edmond of being a Bonapartist spy, I was the one who delivered it. I wanted him gone so I could have Mercedes for myself. While Edmond was rotting in prison, I achieved wealth and fame, and most importantly, I married Mercedes.
I built my life on a foundation of lies and betrayal. I thought the past was buried forever in Chateau d'If, but I didn't know that my success was just a temporary mask that would be torn away by the Count of Monte Cristo.
I am Gerard de Villefort, the prosecutor. My goal was to protect my reputation and ambition. When I first met Edmond Dantes, I knew he was innocent. I was going to set him free until I read the letter. It was sent to my father, a known Bonapartist. If that secret came out, my career would be over. I chose myself over justice. I burned the evidence and sent an innocent man to the darkest cell in Chateau. I didn't hate Edmund. I simply used him to hide my father's secrets. I moved to Paris and became the crown prosecutor. I was respected, feared, and powerful. I thought I had buried the truth forever. But justice has a way of returning from the dead.
I am Cataros, the neighbor who watched the crime in silence. I wasn't the mastermind, but my greed made me a witness to injustice. I stood by while my friends betrayed Edmund. I knew the truth, but I was too weak to speak. My life became a series of failures and crimes. I am the man who lost his soul for a diamond, proving that silence is sometimes the greatest sin.
I am Heidi, the daughter of Ali Pasha, the ruler of Yanina. My father was betrayed and killed by a French officer he trusted, Fernand Mondego. After my father's death, Fernand sold me and my mother as slaves. I spent years in suffering until the Count of Monte Cristo bought me and gave me my freedom and a home. I am the secret weapon the Count used against Fernand. I went to the Chamber of Deputies and proved with documents and my own testimony that Fernand was a traitor. I destroyed his reputation and his honor.